I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible.
Hey guys, James here from HACK-ATHON, and today we're gonna go ahead and discuss about Linux privilege escalation through some misconfigurations that the system administrator might have gone ahead and put in. And I'll go ahead and show you a couple of examples through which you can go ahead and get a root prompt from a dollar prompt in case your parameters like your account has been misconfigured by your administrator, which happens a lot of times. So what we're going to exploit is the Sudoers file. Well, that's something that's beyond the scope of a normal user to go ahead and change the Sudoers file. That's completely up to the administrator, but they do make a lot of mistakes at times, right? So what they have to do is like they have to go ahead and use the vi sudo command to go ahead and update the Sudoers file. So for example here, this ideally would be commented off, right? This would be commented off. I have gone ahead and removed all the comments, and I have gone ahead and given all the permissions for the sudoers file. So I'll just go ahead and do a wq out of here, and I'll go to su James. So who am I? I'm James. So let's see what are the sudo options that I've got. So as I can see, I've got these are the following commands that I can run here. In your case, it might be different. It might be /user/bin/python or /user/bin, certain commands. So I'm going to go and show you a couple of ways in which you can go ahead and escalate your dollar prompt to a root prompt. So as you can see here, I've got a dollar prompt here. If I do an id, I get that I have a sudo, like I have a sudo permission, but once again, like I am not a root user. So I'll just do a clear here, and I'll be using the find command. So I'll do a sudo find /home, and find has an exec like execute switch, which can be used to go and execute certain commands or certain arbitrary codes, which or other binaries which you can go and craft as a matter of fact. So if I do a -exec/bin/bash, and I'll do -i/, and I'll hit enter, and there you go. I've got a root prompt here. Who am I? Root. Directly jumped from the dollar prompt to a root prompt just because my sudo permission was misconfigured. Alright, so I'll just go and do an exit here, and that'll like kill the previous James terminal. So I'll just do a James once again, and I'll go back to James. Now just because that particular sudo all, like everything was all the commands were available in my case. Like if I do a sudo l, I see that I can run all the commands. I'll go and show you another one that you can go ahead and use to escalate your privilege to get a root prompt from your dollar prompt. So what I'll do is like I'll do a sudo python, right, -c, sorry, my bad, import pty dot spawn /bin/bash. And see, I am in the root prompt right now, bear that in mind. And that's pretty much it. This is the command that you have to fire up. Let's see what we get when we fire up this particular command. Bingo, we get root prompt. Who am I? Root. ID root. So these are the couple of ways in which you can go ahead and escalate your privileges, just in case if you're if you are added to the Sudoers file, and in case if your your system administrator has goofed up. Chances are that they have not actually goofed up, but then again, like, you can always do a sudo l to check and see which are the commands that you can fire up. And I'm pretty sure that Python would be one of the commands that you can fire up to go ahead and, like, any user would be given the privilege to run Python files, right? Execute Python files, or rather, even like, lower level user, like a lower level employee, would be granted that particular privilege to go and use a Python file to go ahead and run that particular command, like run those commands. And if you can go ahead and run this particular command, like as I showed you, sudo, you have to use the command sudo, keep that in mind, right? Because without that, this exploit will not work, because this is based on a misconfigured sudo file, like sudo permission. Like if you do a python -c import pty dot spawn /bin/bash, this does not work. But if I go ahead and do the same thing with sudo, and last key for your password, of course, and you get a root prompt. So these are the couple. These are few of the exploits. Like, there are a lot of exploits. Like, depending on what you have been granted in your sudo files, like, Python and find would be, I guess, would be at least two of those permissions that would be included in your sudo's command list. Like, you would be allowed to go ahead and fire those two commands using sudo. So yeah, you can go ahead and get a root prompt and pretty much do everything, but this would be logged, keep that in mind, right? So logging is something that, because as you are added to the sudo's file, you would be added to a trusted group, and any actions that when you go and fire up the sudo command, it would be logged, right? So you have to keep that in mind. So you have to be a bit discreet when you are using this file. Perhaps you can go ahead and fire this particular command through another SUD command, like SUD program. Like, SUD is like SUID, where, let's say, nmap or the /etc/passwd program, uh, where you can go ahead and change the password. These are switch commands. Like, you can go ahead and find the switch commands with the find slash home hyphen u equals s pipe slash dev slash now. If you use this particular command, you'd be able to see which are these switch commands which are available in that particular system. It might vary from system to system depending on the build and the image from which that system has been created. So, well, that depends. But these are the exploits that you can go and use to escalate your privileges on Linux from dollar prompt to a root prompt. There are other ways to go and do that. I was like working on a few C exploits to go ahead and escalate the privileges. I would cover that in my later tutorials, but that's pretty much for today. I hope that this was beneficial and informative. Do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are. God bless you now. Take care. Bye bye.